So step 1, remove the power cable. Alright, I'm going to show you how to remove the main logic board, also known as the game board. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver and remove all these screws on the outside where the connections are in the back of the cabinet. And you want to place the screws in a cup. And then everything should slide out. Now, you don't want to pull it out too fast because we're going to get to these connections. And let's go ahead and slide it out real slow, nice and easy. And then you can start unscrewing these connections right here. This is the Wi-Fi antenna connection. And you want to turn it counterclockwise, just a quarter of an inch. And you want to do all of these just like that, just to loosen it. And then now you'll be able to remove them nice and easy. There we go. And then next, with these connections right here, you want to go ahead and pinch the connector, not the wires. Don't pull on the wires at all. So you want to pinch the connector just like that. You can see that. I'm going to use needle nose pliers to show you so you guys can see. So you want to go ahead and squeeze that, and then it should come right off these. There you go. And just wiggle that off just like that. And then this, be careful with this one, because sometimes the holder might slide out too as well. If that happens, just push it back down. Just like that. This is the LED adapter cable. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and remove that one. You notice they're all different sizes because when they designed this board, they didn't want people to plug cables in the wrong spots. So they really thought things out. So right here, you go ahead and squeeze the top of that, and that should come straight out. And do the same right here. Just like that. And leave this one in, that's for the fan. These blue cables right here, you could do the same. There we go. And then these cables right here, pull this side out and then pull this side out. Don't pull on the wires once again. Be very careful not to pull on the wires. Do not stress that enough. And then you want to remove this ground cable that's attached to the screw. Okay. You can put tape around that if you choose to, or painter's tape around that screw and the cable. And then this one too as well. See? And then go ahead and pull each side out. Only the white connector part you want to tug on. Do not tug on the wires. Now keep in mind when you plug these back in, these are keyed. This cable side is bigger. You cannot put this in here. This right here fits perfectly. And there's notches here, and there's a notch here, and there's a slot here and here. So you can only plug it in one way. And then right here, we're going to go ahead and remove this cable. So we're going to squeeze the sides of this bigger cable right here and here. You want to squeeze that, and then that should come right out. Okay. And then this cable is for the display, the playfield display. Be very gentle. Do not rip this out forward. Make sure you only have it, sitting down on halfway on the cabinet, halfway out, holding it, because you don't want to pull this very delicate cable off the board. Now with this, you're gonna have to lift up on that lever, and to do that, you can use a plastic tool or your fingernail. That should work just fine. I'm going to stick my fingernail under there and then lift up on that lever. I'm going to put the lever back down. You hear click, lift it up like that. On the other side, grab it like this and then wiggle it out gently. And then right here, you do the same, and you can just simply unplug the USB cable. It's the easiest one. And then this one is the last one. And let's go ahead and remove that. There we go. And now we got everything out. Remove these screws right here. And this other one. Then you can wiggle this out and slide it out this way. And then you just removed your main game board, or also known as the motherboard. You put it back together, you slide this back on, line up the screw holes right here. Start putting all the screws in, except for the last two screws at the end. Those are connected to ground cables. Go ahead and start screwing in the antenna cables. There we go. And this cable plugs in next. And as you notice, these cables are different sizes. You can't plug this one here. This one has no choice to plug here. And then this cable plugs in right here. And then this one plugs in right here. Here plugs in next to that. I'm glad they gave us enough slack, or else it would be really difficult to do this. There we go. Might have to move that one out of the way for you so you guys can see that cable when we plug it in. And then this one will plug in right here. And this one goes alongside of it. And that goes to the front of the cabinet. And then we got this one. Plugs in right here. And this cable plugs in right back here. So So once again, there's notches right here on the cable, and there's slots on the holder. And so you're going to plug it in and face these notches outward, just like that. And go ahead and insert the screw right in that screw hole with the cable. And don't over tighten the screw until it's snug. You can see there's two notches right there. I don't know if you can see that. And there's two slots facing toward that fan. And once again, these are different sizes, so you can't really mix match these. And then let's go ahead and put that screw right there. There we go. And this USB cable gets plugged in next. And then the last LCD cable is the playfield cable. And that plugs in right here, as you can see. Slide that in carefully. Make sure it's flush. And then go ahead and flip the latch until it clicks. It has to click down. Double check all your connections, and you should be good to go. Now let's go ahead and slide it back in. Everything looks good. I'm going to test it. There we go. And then last, plug in the power cable. Turn it on. All right, so I just turned it on, and it looks like all screens are on. And as you notice back here, you should have a green light showing you that the game board is functioning and working properly. Hopefully this video helps you out.